Formed in 2021 by merging the assets of the French PSA Group, Italian Fiat, and North American Chrysler, Stellantis has effectively become one of the world's largest automotive conglomerates. They currently control 16 brands, including such loud names as Ram, Jeep, Alfa Romeo, Fiat, Opel, Maserati, Peugeot, and Citroën. Beyond 2021, Stellantis will be boosting the rate of electrification, and in this episode, we will cover the latest EV achievements across all the brands. Subscribe to the channel if you want to support the electric revolution, and let's get technical. The new 500 represents a major step forward in Fiat's electrification offensive. The model sits on a dedicated EV platform fitted with a single motor with 118 horses and a 42 kilowatt-hour battery. This drivetrain is able to offer perky driving with 9-second acceleration to 60, 93 mile/hour top speed, and almost 200 miles of range. The car gets 3 body styles: a 3-door hatchback, dubbed limousine, a convertible, and another model with 3 side doors and a rear hatch. Standard amenities of the base trim are not many. You get a 7-inch digital instrument cluster, while your smartphone acts as an infotainment screen. But going up the configuration ladder, there are LED headlights, 7 or 10-inch infotainment, and level 2 autonomy driving assist. The 1970s Manta-e is one of those few Opel cars that were once sold in the US. Despite its short life cycle, the coupe has managed to attract a crowd of followers and is currently resurfacing as a valuable collector's item. As a part of the media campaign to boost its electric car sales, Germans converting an original Manta into a much livelier EV. The restomod attempts to keep the weight low at 2,500 pounds, so it's only powered by a 31 kilowatt-hour battery and gets just 125 miles of range. The motor yields 147 horsepower and 188 pound-feet of torque. Interestingly, a 4-speed manual transmission is still in place, but shifting gears is more of a gimmick, and the car can only be driven in a fully automatic mode. Though Jeep still has nothing to show for in the production-ready EV department, the company is not being completely idle. Their most recent concept retrofits the 2-door Wrangler Rubicon off-roader with a custom-built axial flux unit that replaces the 3.6-liter V6 mill. The vehicle keeps its 6-speed manual gearbox, albeit extensively modified. The system makes 285 horses and 273 pound-feet of torque, matching the regular Rubicon. It is also matted to 70 kilowatt-hour battery that consists of 4 800-volt packs located under the hood, in the cargo area, and in place of the fuel tank. Finally, the Magneto has the usual 30-inch water fording capability, bolstered by a 2-inch lift kit and new 17-inch wheels with 35-inch mud tires. Now that the gears of electric revolution are moving, we cannot lose the momentum. So support the cause by smashing the like button and sharing this video with your friends. Let's keep going. The third generation C4 debuts with SUV-inspired styling, new underpinnings, and its first all-electric drivetrain option. The model sports a coupe-like roof, slightly raised clearance, bulky side cladding, and striking LED lights. Typical for an EV, the EC4 gets special badging and blue exterior highlights. The 136 horsepower electric motor is linked to a 50 kilowatt-hour pack that is able to squeeze out 217 miles of range in normal driving conditions. The recharge takes from 7.5 hours with a standard European wall box to just 30 minutes using a 100 kilowatt public charger. The Citroën also rides on a gentle hydraulic suspension and gets a unique 18-inch diamond-cut alloy wheels. Since Opel is no longer owned by General Motors, the second generation Mokka abandons the Buick Encore platform and instead embraces the common modular platform. This transition brings a radical departure in the exterior department, where the dull front fascia is replaced with a futuristic visor that frames slim LED headlights and DRLs. Here we have the standard CMP electric powertrain, tuned to make 136 horsepower and cover up to 184 miles. This EV is offered in 4 trim levels: Edition, Elegance, GS Line, and Ultimate. In a nutshell, these configurations offer 16 through 17-inch alloys, keyless access, automatic climate control, 180-degree rear camera, and a cockpit with a seamless combination of the digital dashboard and a 7 to 10-inch infotainment. The subcompact crossover was an immediate follow-up to the extremely successful E208 hatchback. Just like its smaller sibling, the E2008 snatched the title of the car of the year in the SUV class. It's offered in 4 trim levels: Active, Allure, GT Line, and GT, all of which get a single drivetrain setup, combining a 136 horsepower electric motor and a 50 kilowatt-hour battery. The crossover has 3 driving modes, with the maximum range reaching 206 WLTP miles under the most conservative Eco program. Inside, the model features all of the brand's latest tech, including the standard 3D iCockpit with an optional 10-inch touchscreen and a digital head-up display. When it was released in Europe in summer 2021, the Ami seemed like the most unlikely candidate to ever make it to the US market. However, with Stellantis merger, the city center-bound vehicle will arrive to the States as part of the company's free-to-move subscription service. Planned for launch in LA, Portland, and Washington, D.C., the EV abandons the usual 2-seater layout in favor of a single seat and increased cargo space of 14 cubic feet. As in Europe, it is equipped with an 8-horsepower motor and a 5.5 kilowatt-hour battery, good for around 45 miles of driving. The maximum speed of the Ami remains unchanged, reaching 28 miles per hour. The only premium all-electric option from Stellantis is closely related to the E2008 and E-Mokka, but it does offer distinctive DS styling, sophisticated interior, and a completely digital cockpit as standard. The car is powered by a floor-mounted 50 kilowatt-hour battery that feeds a 136 horsepower electric motor. When the sport driving mode is engaged, acceleration to 62 miles per hour takes 8.7 seconds, while the maximum driving range reaches 206 miles and can be achieved in the Eco mode. The cabin of the DS3 is upholstered in the finest Nappa or Alcantara leather, which is combined with high-quality finishes, head-up display tech, Electra premium sound system, and the latest driver assist. The first electric Peugeot debuted in the middle of the Second World War, but the E208 is still considered the pioneering model in the modern history of the French brand. The compact hatchback is built on the common modular platform with a single 136 horsepower electric motor and a heat pump controlled 50 kilowatt-hour battery. The E208 offers up to 217 miles of driving on a charge and supports recharging rates up to 100 kilowatts. The major selling points for this model are an unmistakable exterior with feline characteristics and a sporty cockpit with a dashboard that has true 3D effects. Originally, the sixth generation of the Corsa was supposed to be developed on the GM G2 XX chassis, but the project was scrapped in 2017 and fully restarted to accommodate the Super Mini to the new EMP1 platform. Except for the wheels and some added menus of the interface, its electric version is nearly identical to the internal combustion variant. The driving experience benefits from LED headlights that can have matrix technology, fully digital instrument panel and infotainment, remote control of air conditioning and charging process setting, sports seats, and keyless. In Corsa-e's case, the electric underpinnings deliver 136 horsepower and 206 miles of efficient driving. Participate in the conversation below the video and mention your favorite electric vehicle from today's lineup. Like this video to support the electric revolution and subscribe to our channel if you don't want to miss the latest EV news. Check out the suggested episodes on the screen, and we'll see you later.